you
That's why I
hear.
said I need to give it a few listens to make sure I
Yeah.
really like. This is what I'm listening to. This is what I, because I fucks with him, but
No, I hear. He I li- I like this song "Fuel," which is, it has to be like the best verse I've ever heard from them. It's nuts. It's crazy. And there's a song that talks about his daughter. It's fucking sad. It's really really sad.
yeah, that one I actually got choked up watching the video of it. He talks about how he's apologetic that he let the drugs that he did
Mm-hmm.
prevent him from being a father. Yeah, that part I was just like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that part I was
Yeah.
like, oof. But no, the Common and the P Rock album, it's a classic. That's like you can listen to that from start to finish. You will love it, Pete. I know you will love it because it's P Rock. So, but I heard that album at the Grammy Museum. I went to the event, listening session event, and I got to meet Common and P Rock at the event. It was dope.
Nice.
But I'm going to the Nods concert, Pete, next month.
There's only one Nas concert you were supposed to come to, and you fucking disappointed us, dude.
Well, there's a lot of stuff happening later this year that I
I'm
don't know if
just
I could go
saying.
there. You know?
Just saying. Your brother disappeared off the face of the earth too, by the way.
Oh, my brother, he's like, oh, I'm
Nana
going to
was
Europe.
all in. I'm going
Yeah.
Europe. I'm going Zurich.
Well,
I got the pictures. I sent him the pictures of the tickets. Ghost
there's a
left me on
hey,
red like a harlot on a Friday night on freaking on.
hey, I was trying to get Paris to go. You want because I'm going. I'm actually driving over there. But he's only gonna have like 2, maybe 3 shows here, and then the rest is gonna be in Europe. So I've never been to a concert in Vegas, so that's gonna be interesting. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. All right, let me see something. Oh, let me do this in
Heard it fuck up.
Twitter. Wow, why are you being so mean, bro? The heck is wrong with you? You need help? Do you need help, man?
Do you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. I think you need help. You're being
By
too
the
mean.
way, before you go live, being serious. So
It is live. We are live.
late.
Oh,
Too late.
well then, never mind. I won't say nothing.
We should have said nothing. We should have just let him go.
No, well, no,
No.
you didn't want me to say that.
No. You don't want that.
That would have been breaking embargoes.
Yeah, that would have been all over the web. Yo, Paris breaking embargo. He doesn't post leaks, but he's leaking stuff.
Yeah, Tom Henderson. You can put that live, Tom.
It is live. We are live.
Asshole. I do not like that dude, and he does not like me, so I could care less. I don't like that. Since we're live,
Yeah.
I don't like that your entire business is built off of just leaking information. It's like, do some actual journalism. How about that?
Wow.
Am I wrong? Well, no, you don't need to answer that. I'm the one that's saying it, so I ain't wrong. I know that.
So good.
So where we live at on Twitch?
Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, metrics.
ColecoVision.
Damn, I should have put on 1080. God, whoops.
I'm on 1080. Mine looks crystal clear.
No. I'm talking about the
the
stream. Yeah, because I forgot to change that because it's new. They just added that like a couple weeks ago, and I forgot to change it. But whatever, it's all good. Sorry, everyone. The next one will be 1080.
Yep.
It's all good.
Yeah, Nintendo graphics.
Yeah, 8-bit. 8-bit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Holla.
Happy partnerversary. Yep.
I told it. Oh, by the way, I gotta change it. P. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Yeah. It's been
Oh
been
wait,
crazy.
I need to listen to the thing. I haven't listened to it.
You don't have to. We do it live. We do it live. It's not a.
Oh my god! Why'd you pull this? I don't want to answer that.
You know, I won't put it on, man. I won't put it on. Yeah, I won't put it on then. It's all good. It's all good. Let me get the topics before I start. All right. Let me start the shizzo. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. I forgot. That's not it. Now we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Gamertag Radio with your hosts, Danny Pena, Paris Lily, and Peter Toledo.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1357. This is your host, Danny Pena, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. We have the whole crew here. Mr. Pete, all the way from Europe. What's up, Pete?
What's up, man?
Good. How's everything, bro? Been a while.
This whole new setup is. I'm still trying to get used to it. I don't have to get. Hey, at least I start unmuted. Hey,
Right? You know,
So-
no
so, hey, we've
countdown.
grown. Look at that.
Yeah.
The growth. The growth
Yeah.
of the podcast. No,
What-
I'm good. I'm good.
Technology has been a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot. It's been changing, getting better, you know. But and also, the person that is wearing the cool Fallout T-shirt. I hope you could send us, you know, each of us some shirts over here. Paris Lily, what's up, Paris?
How about you get me a lightsaber from Disneyland? How about that? How about you?
I'll send you one. I'll send you one.
Since you want stuff sent to you.
I'll send you one. First of all, that was a lot of fun. Shout out to Ubisoft.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure
was
you
a
had a
lot of
great time. I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you this. I have never done a VIP tour at Disney. I'm spoiled. I don't know if I ever will go back again, like just like as a normal.
You know what, Danny? You know
What?
you know want to hear something?
What?
I've never done a VIP tour either. So congrats.
Congrats, man. Don't worry. There will be other opportunities in the future. There, you happy?
I'm not. Actually, I'm not.
But yeah, I'll talk about it in future episode of GTR, where hands-on impressions about the game, Star Wars Outlaws, and some surprises I got from there. So stay tuned. All right. So yeah, everyone, thank you for watching. I think we're live at a couple places here on Twitter, Twitch, and other places there, man. So shout out to everybody that's watching, and yes, we're back. We're back. It's been a while. We've been taking a couple weeks off. I've been posting some recorded content, so I hope you guys have been enjoying it. But if you guys would like to, you know, be part of our discussions, fan mails, and questions, here's how you can contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up. I haven't posted these questions on the show because a lot of them were like really old. So send us new questions. That will be a lot better for us to bring it up over here. So, but first of all, Paris, I want to ask you a question because I haven't really had a chance to play this at all because I was at Disneyland. Just a reminder for Paris.
In case you didn't pick up. The
In
hint
case.
earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Paris, I know Concord. This is a game that we got to check out during Summer Game Fest, like a video and all this stuff. Was it Summer Game Fest, or was it at showcase of the PlayStation. I can't remember. It was one of the two. But I know the beta just came out a couple of days ago. I'm very curious to see your thoughts about the game, because I know I personally didn't like the trailer, what they showed. Like it wasn't like something that got me excited. But seeing a couple of the people that follow, including you guys been liking the game so far. It's been like positive, right? So very different what they showed a couple months ago, man. So I just want to hear your thoughts about the game.
So, Danny, I have been playing Concord, and I would suggest that you play it as well. I've been enjoying it. I've sincerely been enjoying playing it. I played it on Steam, and I played it on PlayStation 5, and it's been pretty seamless across both. To be honest with you, progress obviously bounces back and forth. When you play multiplayer, it is a mix of PC and PlayStation people on there as well. For people that don't know, Concord's a 5v5 PvP hero shooter, for lack of a better term. Some former Bungie guys decided to create Firewalk Studios, and they're the ones that are making it. So you can definitely feel the Destiny PvP DNA in it while you're playing. Like I said, I'm having fun with it. There's a variety of characters that you can pick through, and each of them have their own weapon types, their own abilities that you can use as well. So I've been trying to figure out which ones I like. I think I've kind of narrowed it down to about 3 or 4 characters I like using most of the time. There's still some tweaks. This is a beta, so there's clearly some tweaks that they still need to do. Like, I feel like the time to kill is just way too long, in my opinion. I think they need to speed that up. I think the weapons and the abilities need to be tuned. I feel some are vastly overpowered. I feel some are vastly underpowered. So they're going to need to find some balance between that as well. I also think, and again, this comes down to the character that you use, but I think the game should be a little faster as well. It does feel a little slow. But I get where Firewalk is headed with this. I see the vision of this, because while it is a PvP game, there's story elements in this as well, and it will progress over time, week to week, stuff like that. And as you're going through these matches, you're going to level up. You're going to have daily, weekly, seasonal challenges that you can chase as well with these characters. Each character themselves can level up too, so there is an incentive to go out and play with different characters while you're going through this. I'm personally fine with it. I did not know what to expect, because like you were saying, Danny, when I watched that showcase, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know about this, right? But playing it, I'm having fun while I'm playing it. And I think obviously that's the most important thing. But I will say, as much as I may have enjoyed it, I'm seeing a lot of, and who knows, this might be silly console war stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they don't like it. And I keep seeing screenshots of low player count, and I don't know if that's just low player count of people playing on Steam. I don't know if that equates to people playing on console as well. I don't know, but all I know is when I play it, I'm having fun with it. Now, I will say, when I was playing on Steam, I did run into a couple times where I would go into a match and it would just be me 1-on-5 or 2-on-5, stuff like that. And it wasn't filling in during the match. Like, you didn't have new players jump mid-match in or stuff like that. So again, I don't know if that is truly lower player count, whatever. But again, it's a beta. I think personally, the biggest thing that is going to hold Concord back is the fact that it's $40, that it's not just straight up free to play. I think that will be a barrier to entry, because let's just be honest again, it did not show well in that showcase, and there wasn't a lot of positive talk around it. And even the talk that I'm seeing currently during this early access beta period, like I said, it's 50-50 to say, but the fact that you're not seeing an overwhelming, like, oh my God, yo, got to jump into Concord, go play it. I do wonder, hopefully, when it opens up to more people, I think next week or something, the overall beta opens up, to public. More people will give it a shot. Because when I made that little video real quick showing gameplay, that's what I said. I was like, look, don't listen to me. If you got PlayStation Plus, because they've opened it up to PlayStation Plus people, you can jump in right now. Just go play it for yourself. Download it, give it a shot. I mean, it's a beta. It's not going to hurt to jump in and play a few matches. Because for me, it was probably around about the 4th match that it really started to click, that I was like, okay, I get it now. I see what I got to do. And, I'm liking this. There's going to be other various modes that are, locked because, again, this is a beta. Like, the only thing that I've done so far is essentially just straight up Slayer. And then we did like a Rivals mode where you only get one life and you go in and there's like there's like a domination in Call of Duty. That's the best way to describe it, right? But you only get one life when you get to do it. And those are only 2 modes that I've played so far. But I'm digging it. I mean, I can see where it goes, but like I said before, it's gonna come down to coming out in a crowded PvP shooter market. What's gonna be the incentive to get people to want to go jump in? And with it being $40, I think that's gonna hold it back too. So we'll see.
Yeah, $40 is not. It's not bad in my opinion though. Like Helldivers was successful.
Let me be clear on that. $40 is fine. I have no issue at all paying $40 for it. My point is, you got something like The First Descendant that just came out, which is free to play. Halo, as an example, is free to play. Fortnite obviously is free to play. You have these other free to play shooters out there that, why am I going to spend $40 to play this one? Plus, Overwatch obviously already has an established community. We know Call of Duty is about to come out. That's going to be on Game Pass, as an example. Not to mention people are buying it anyways. Warzone is free to play in Call of Duty. There's a lot of competition out there for this. So entering the market and you're not necessarily doing something truly unique, it's going to be hard, especially when you're telling me, give me $40 up front too. So that's all. That's all I'm saying on that.
Pete, do you have any?
I think the fact that you're ignoring Valorant, or maybe not ignoring, right? But just omitting Valorant from the conversation.
But this is my point.
You look at it, every single one of those PvP, especially when you're looking at the 5v5 versions of them, they're all free to play to get people into play, maximize the player count, and you basically block your player base from coming in by putting it in the same genre, very, very similar looking, right? I look at the gameplay. I haven't had a chance to play. I've been out. But you look at it and it looks exactly like Valorant, right? Down to the player, throwing up the walls and stuff like that. You're going to find yourself in a crowded market. Let's not even forget about X Defiant, right? X Defiant is another free to play 5v5 hero shooter, super crowded genre, and you're going to make yourself more difficult to have players enter by putting a $40 thing. And again, look, I mean, Overwatch was $40 when it first launched 6-7 years ago. It's free to play now, if I'm not mistaken, or is it?
I think they updated. They updated the first one into 2 now. Now it's Overwatch. So Overwatch 1 doesn't even exist anymore.
No, it's exactly what my point is, though. But is it free to play though? Did they flip?
I literally googled it. Overwatch 2 is a free to play, always on, ever evolving live game. Yeah,
that's a lot of competition.
Still going.
Yeah.
PUBG still going. 16+ million players. Free to play. Every single PvP experience is free to play.
Yeah.
Why put up the barrier to entry on your own title by doing that? And I get it. Look, they need to make money, but
yeah. And that's part of it too, where the battle, and maybe we'll wind up getting to interview him or something here closer to launch. But from what I understand, is like their battle pass stuff is it's more cosmetic stuff. You don't necessarily even need to get it to progress through the game, because you are paying that $40 up front. Plus there's the weekly story stuff that's happening, all that was kind of their justification for doing it. But ultimately, is that going to matter in year 2? Right? Are you still going to be trying to charge people, brand new people, to jump in to Concord? You're going to be trying to charge them $30, $40 to go play it. That's going to be the big thing that they got to overcome, in my personal opinion, because you don't have a true single player campaign that you can say, okay, here's the campaign that we're giving you. We're charging you $40 for that. The multiplayer stuff is essentially free to play. We got our battle pass, all that. So, and like I said, I was rattling off stuff off the top of my head. Look at all the games that Pete just rattled off the top of his head that I wasn't even thinking about, that are also competition in this free to play. It's just an extremely crowded market to be jumping in, and it's just the industry in that way has changed when it comes to multiplayer. Whereas unless you're giving me something that we've not seen before, it's going to be very hard to compete.
Yeah, 100%. And now I was also checking out Twitch, the chat, and people were saying, "What about Fragpunk, That's another one that's free.
Brand new,
And Marvel Rivals, which
Yep.
I think the beta is coming out very soon. You know, so like again, a lot of competition, man. And I mean, what is it they have to do to stand out? I mean, the only thing is, I mean, something that's gonna be catchy and fun that people are gonna talk about, and the word is just gonna go around.
And that's what I mean. I do think it's the story elements to it, the characters of that weekly, that there is going to be a progression thing there that, oh, I got to come back this week to see the next, but
yeah.
in practice, is that going to work? And like I said, I don't know how true or false. And maybe I'll look it up while we're on the show. But the Steam numbers right now, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are playing this on Steam. But I don't know if that necessarily equates to the population on PlayStation. Maybe there's just simply more people playing it on PlayStation right now, especially since it is early access. You had to pre-order initially to get in this early access. PlayStation provided us codes. That's why we got in, just FYI. But then they opened it up to PlayStation Plus. I mean, PC guys aren't on PlayStation Plus, so that would be PlayStation, where if you're going to get the majority of people, they're going to be there.
Yeah, I think Helldivers 2, wasn't there more people on PC playing that game more than? Do you think that's something that could happen, switch in the future, where like it's officially launched? Do you see PC players being more?
But that's the point I'm making right now. This is early access, and it was limited to pre-orders, so the Steam population probably should be lower right now compared to what it would be on console. Whereas let's see, once it opens up to everyone can jump in, let's see what the Steam numbers look like then, and then obviously when the game officially launches, let's see what happens. Here's my conspiracy theory. This is what I think they should do. This is me. This is what I think they should do.
Okay.
They should have the final game, if you're on PlayStation Plus Premium or whatever. Look, and I'm sure we're getting the whole Game Pass stuff, but whatever damn tier it is, not the lowest tier, but maybe the middle tier or higher. If you're on that, you get the game at launch. I think that's what they should do.
Yeah, an entitlement kind of, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You pay the highest tier, you get access to day ones and special betas and stuff like that.
See,
So
PlayStation should hire Paris for coming up with that idea. Go ahead, Pete. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, Zangpao in the chat says they are a new studio, and if they do free to pay, then they need microtransactions. So I think they'd rather avoid the microtransactions or bad equals game is bad argument. But I think that's two different things: Battle Pass versus microtransactions. They're both similar in function because they generate revenue for the studio, whereas microtransactions are needed to progress in a game, whereas a Battle Pass is cosmetic stuff like. I dropped $200 this week trying to get the Lamborghini in PUBG. It ain't happen, But that's just
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Look, it's a game I've been playing for 7 years, right? I play with friends from Europe to all the way to the States and back and forth, and I make it a point to play. I play a metric bleep ton of PUBG, so I play because that's where I have my fun and enjoyment. Most other folks would go and spend X dollars a month on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus or any of the other subscriptions I don't. I put my money that I would normally put towards those or towards other games into the game that I play 90% of the time anyways. So I'd rather give money back to the developer that I support, which is odd because they don't really support our player base. They do whatever they want. It's confusing. Whatever. It's a relationship. I get less out of it than I put in, but it's a cosmetic thing. I just like all the other ones, right? Whether it was when they had the Ducati one, where they had the Ducati integration, or the New Jeans integration, or the Aston Martin integration. I dropped 50, 60 bones or whatever on that because it's the value to my time. And hell, if I'm gonna put time and effort into something, I'd rather support it. And so I support crafting the PUBG universe. That's my thing. Some people do that with Pokemon. Some people do that with Call of Duty. Other people do it with other games. So, but microtransactions, I think, is a totally different thing. Like, you don't need that to succeed. A lot of people do it with FIFA.
Well, I know X Defiant, when it got released, there was no season pass. They just added that a couple weeks ago because people were like, man, there's no team deathmatch. There's like a couple things not available in the game. I mean, people still played it. You know, it was successful for Ubisoft. I think there was like maybe like a million players or so.
Yeah, think of all
playing
the
it,
other
so-
skins on like Fortnite and stuff like that, getting the dances
Yeah.
and all those other things.
Yeah. Now,
Look,
and I don't remember, but PUBG is still $40. Is it
It's
still?
been free to play for two years now.
Oh, bro, it's been so long for me.
Yeah, I know
haven't
you don't
played
play,
it.
but I mean that's understandable, and they actually did that because they noticed their player base dropped by like 70%. They went free to play, player base popped back up. I saw an interesting graphic over the weekend that showed games from 1994 to 2024. It was either that or 2004 to 2024. But it was like a long span, and it showed all the games that went like from
Up
the
and
bottom,
down.
like the top 20 games, and over the last since 2017 when the game launched, it's been in the top 10, top 15 most played games around the world. So and you see how games like Among Us or stuff like that just pop out of nowhere for like a 1 or 2 month stint because they've got like 300 million people playing, and then it drops because they don't engage and they don't keep players playing. I don't know. That's why I don't have a big problem with season passes or battle passes, however you want to call it, because it allows you as the player to play the game as you want it. If I want to go play hey look, my Fortnite character I ain't played in a year and a half, but if I want to go play if I want to run around like looking like John Wick, my character looks like John Wick, right? If I want to run around with my character, who in PUBG is a female with a beard and tattoos on her arms, that's what she does. That's what I want in my game. I want to be able to play the game the way I want, looking the way I want. I support the game if they do that. So
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with them if they do that.
Yeah.
They need the money, anyways.
Anything else about Concord? Any other topic, questions, or anything? We can move on. It's cool.
Let's move on.
All right.
Wish them the best. Wish them the best.
Wishing the best. Now, Xbox Game Pass, the price increase. I know this happened like a week ago or so. Been going around and everything. I'm not surprised about this news. I mean, we talked about this a couple of times on the show. Like, hey, that's gonna happen. It's we don't know when exactly, but now that, especially with this deal with Activision Blizzard, and now Call of Duty coming out in a couple months, I'm not surprised that this is happening. Now, the one thing I have to say, I feel like the messaging was a little bit everywhere when it was announced, because this was like a middle of the day. Here's a blog post. It wasn't like being really pushed out there from Xbox. But I think the first time I saw it was Jez Gordon from Windows Central. He posted it, and that's what I read. I'm like, oh, so it's official now. So I know there's multiple tiers. Some of the tiers, and Paris, correct me if I'm wrong, some of the tiers there is no day one games, right? But the higher tiers, you will have those games available day one for PC and also for console, right? So what was the part where that people they got angry? Was it because of the messaging? Was it the price? Is it because some of the games are not going to be available day one? What was that? When the news came out,
Are you asking me?
Yeah, because you were very vocal online, so I'm asking you.
Number one, mind your business online. Stop worrying about
First,
what I'm tweeting
so,
about. Okay.
So stop posting then. I see your post. I'm gonna have questions. I'm gonna have questions.
Oh my god, I can't stop laughing. So okay, let's rewind this back. So you're correct. It was Windows Central that broke the news because, and I should ask Jess how they got this. I don't know if it was Microsoft went to them and said, excuse me, I do apologize. I don't know if Microsoft went to them and was like, hey, here's what we're doing, and they posted it, or if Windows Central found out and Microsoft just confirmed it. But Windows Central broke the news. This did not come officially from Microsoft via Xbox Wire or anything. But yeah, to shock of no one, they raised the price of Game Pass. But the thing that was quote unquote controversial is the tier. They raised the prices essentially across the board. But what was Game Pass console, which was all right, you get Game Pass on console and you get all the games day and date. They got rid of that and they introduced a new tier called Game Pass Standard. Game Pass Standard is $15 a month. It does include multiplayer, but you no longer get games day and date. You now get a back catalog of games. So the only tiers that now get day and date is Ultimate. Nothing on that has changed, even though they did raise the price to $20 for Ultimate. But PC Game Pass does still get day and date, and they up the price to that to $12 a month. Core, they also raised the price. It's $75 a year now and $10 a month. And that is that curated list of games, and you get multiplayer. It essentially is Xbox Live Gold. They just renamed it to Core. Because
Don't say it.
this.
Don't say it.
Hey, I'm not dumb. Anyways, see, you made me lose my train of thought. What I'm going to say was the controversy is that standard tier because day and date goes away. And the question that I asked online was, hey, can we get some clarification on when we can expect new games to come into that standard tier, right? Is it 3 months out, 6 months, 12 months, etc.? Jez did follow up, responding on that same thread, said he talked to people at Microsoft that told him it could be anywhere between 6 to 12 months, maybe even later, depending on the title. AKA, if the game is selling well, we ain't putting that damn thing in Game Pass.
Yeah.
This is essentially what they're saying. Now, a key thing to all of this, if you're already in the Game Pass console subscription, you can keep, as long as you stay subscribed, you get to keep day and date. That doesn't go away. But if you unsubscribe or you're a new subscriber, you lose day and date.
So, how many tiers? Is 4 tiers now?
Yeah, what do we got?
Four.
We got Ultimate. You got Standard.
Four
you
SKU.
got Core.
Four SKU. That's what I'm about to say.
PC Game
See,
Pass.
prediction. Yo,
Now,
good to me.
since you want me to be the person with all the information here, because you read all my tweets.
Yeah.
This is a tweet I have in the draft, and I almost put it out, and I was like, don't put this out because it's just going to be nonsense, so I didn't put it out. In my opinion, get rid of all this shit and just have Ultimate. That's my opinion. Me personally. This is me. Look, nobody wants the prices raised. Ain't nobody cheerleading them raising the price. I am not surprised by the price raise. $20 for Ultimate is still a good value. Getting day and date, you play it across multiple platforms. Everything that Ultimate, the EA stuff, all that is still there. So it is still a good value at 20. Look, I'm not advocating raising the price. I'm a cheapskate. But that standard tier exists at $15 to just get you to go to Ultimate. That's all it really is. So why even have it at this point? I think they'd have been better off just getting rid of it, having Core and Ultimate. That's it. You got Core at the low end for multiplayer and a few select titles, and then you got Ultimate. That's all they should have, in my opinion. Don't even have PC Game Pass. But the reason they have PC Game Pass and the reason it's cheaper is, number one, PC players are not going to play for online multiplayer. They never have. You remember they tried that back in the day with games for Windows, and they were like, nope.
And
that is still a growing market for them. So that's why you can get PC Game Pass day and date games for $12. That's the only reason that exists. I personally think keep it simple. $20 for Ultimate, $10, even though I don't agree with Core at $10 for Core. It's a wrap. That's it. Keep it simple. I think there's too many damn tiers now.
4 SKU. No, you're right. I know Arctic, shout out to you. I mean, Paris already answered your question. I personally think it's still best value in gaming because he asked, is Game Pass still the best value in gaming?
Ultimate is. Yeah, if you get Ultimate, I don't think the other ones are. No, actually, I take that back. The best value is PC Game Pass, without question. That's the best value. If you're a PC player, that's a steal. Absolutely. But no, the standard one, no, I do not. And I guess the percentage of people that were actually on console Game Pass was actually pretty low anyways, which is probably why they can get away with this. Most people, if you're going to subscribe to Game Pass, you're going to go get Ultimate. It just makes sense. I'd be interested to see what the Core numbers even look like, but you do have people that aren't interested in paying $20 for Game Pass, but they want the online multiplayer. So I am curious what that even looks like, because again, these are people that were on Gold. So you may have people that were Legacy Gold that got converted to Core, but essentially that's that subscription is going to come up pretty soon. And the other thing they changed was you can still stack subscriptions up to 36 months on Ultimate, but they changed the standard tier. You can only stack up to 13 months now. And again, I'm telling you, all they're trying to do is push it to Ultimate. It's just an upsell to Ultimate. All this stuff is. And I get it. I mean, look, they're trying to make money. They're trying to do their thing. But I just don't like the practice of, well, let me spend $15 a month. I don't get day and date games. I don't know when the new games are going to come to this tier. But if I spend $5 more a month, I get everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I find it strange, because when this whole thing went down, I saw a lot of tweets of people saying that Xbox Game Pass is killing the industry and all this nonsense I've been reading, right? But I'm like, I even asked this question to the person that posted about this. I'm like, hey, do you still buy physical games? Are you subscribed to any of the subscription services like Netflix, Disney Plus? That person never replied back because I bet you they don't buy physical games and they still watch all those content online through a subscription service, because it's I don't. Here's the thing, Game Pass, all the subscription is an optional thing. Like you don't have to get into it. You can still buy your games digitally if you want or physical. So I don't know why people are saying that this is killing the industry. It's just another option, I think. So the whole thing is just weird to me. But Pete, what'd you think, Pete, about this price increase, changes, forced skew?
At the end of the day, I think it's hilarious. It finally you finally have a legitimacy with your conspiracy for forced.
Oh, it's still coming.
Okay.
Be prepared. It's still coming.
Sure.
The next big one. Okay. All right. Sleep on it.
It doesn't really impact me at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I don't subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. I don't subscribe to the PlayStation Game Pass, so I don't see. It doesn't impact me as much as it impacts others. It does make sense, and I understand that it's confusing at best, right? Especially for the uninitiated. We use Paris's favorite little Johnny. Little Johnny's parents come in and want to get a subscription service. Here's 4. They're likely just going to get him core at the end of the day, right? Just to get him in the door, and he wants Ultimate. Go mow some lawns, Can you still stack 3 cores and then convert it to Ultimate by losing a year?
I saw a post asking that, and I didn't read the comments, but the subject of it said yes. So maybe. Maybe.
Wait a minute.
Sure.
There's a loophole.
Hold on a second. What about
it goes to 2? Yeah, you lose a year.
What about the family subscription, Paris? I don't know. We talked about that. No. No. Okay.
Vince McMahon has spoken.
Yeah, because that's. Hey, man. I mean, we talked about this years ago, a long time ago. So that's why I was asking. Like, hey, nobody bringing this up? Interesting. Okay.
I mean. Look, if that's what they got to do, I think it does damage some of the goodwill that they did by having the killer app, right? Finally, of having the greatest value. Now it's the best value, right? I don't know. They took it. Me personally, I think they took a step back. I think there was probably better ways to have maybe worded this or come across. Yeah.
It's all about the wording, I think. Yeah,
we'll see.
I know you mentioned about Little Johnny. That Little Johnny might be old already because it's been
Little Johnny
years.
Listen to the show, man. Yeah, Little Johnny's been part of the show for years.
You probably have kids already and everything.
Let's think of it this way with
Little Johnny's got a job now. Little Johnny's Big Johnny. He's buying for his own Little Johnny.
Yeah. When I started all this, that's when my son Trey, my middle child, when he was born, is when I started podcasting. Right.
Yeah,
he's now 18 and out of high school. Think of it that way. Little Johnny old now.
He's old.
He got a mortgage.
Little Johnny's in college.
he got a car payments,
all that stuff. That's wild.
So
man.
I mean, I don't think it should be of any surprise though that any of the big companies have increased, right? I mean, didn't Sony increase the price of PlayStation Plus by 30-something% without adding any other additional value to it? So. Look, it's no big surprise. I just got a note the other day that Spotify increased my thing. YouTube is increasing their cost. Netflix is always
Everyone
increasing
is.
their cost. Every subscription cost is
that's why it
never going to
wasn't
be
a
the same
shock.
price.
Yeah, that's why
so
it wasn't a
it's
shock.
no big
Yeah.
surprise. No big surprise.
Yeah, but
Everybody
it's not the end of the world when you see those prices up. But when it's when it comes to like
well,
Game Pass,
let's go back. Let's go back to the day when we all thought, okay, look, I'm just gonna a la carte pick my subscription services for TV content. Now you do that, and it's more expensive than the original cable subscription we all signed up for. So
Yeah.
Hey, maybe the real Game Awards will have a category for best subscription service. I'm just saying. Maybe. Look, maybe if I spend $30, I can vote on it. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. But that's
real.
the game.
It's real.
Real Game Awards for gamers by gamers.
It's
Okay?
real. Yeah. That is funny.
anyway.
That is hilarious. Yeah, man. Wow. It's all good. Yeah, man. I just want to, hear everybody's thoughts. If you guys want to send in questions, call in. Hey, feel free to hit us up, and most likely we'll try our best to answer the questions, man. So, so I know another thing that popped up, and I think it was during the Game Pass price increase. I know that now the Xbox CB app launched now through the Amazon Fire Sticks and all that stuff. See, Paris is the elite, one of the chosen few that have this thing. But here's the thing, Paris. Like, I have a Fire Stick, and you said it won't work on my because it's an older version, so it won't work at all. So it's similar to when Samsung launched the Xbox TV app. It was only available on the newest models of Samsung. But then, like, I think a year or two later, now even the older version could play Xbox game through the cloud and all that stuff. So, but I know you got this, man. I know. Is there any difference between the two? Is this the same thing, or?
I would just like to say again,
Oh my god!
mind your business, okay?
Why are you posting this online? Why are you posting this online?
Where's my Disneyland T-shirt? Huh? Where's my souvenir? I don't see that. But
Hey, man,
you
look.
got all these questions for me.
Look, it's all out of love. I can send you pictures. I can send you pictures. It's like, look, man, Mickey Mouse doesn't want to waste his time with mean folks. It's the happiest place on earth. That's all.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell I was gonna say. Yeah. So yeah. Xbox. It sent me. I guess. God, this was like 2 weeks ago now. But they sent me the Amazon Fire Stick. And to your point, it is the, I guess, the 2023 model of the Fire Stick 4K and 4K Max. You can download the Xbox app onto those, and you can do cloud gaming via that. I put the whole video out, and I was on Kind of Funny talking about it as well. I mean, it works well enough, and we've talked about this a million times. There's still lag, there's still latency. There's just no way to get around it right now. And this was me literally playing on my TV with my wireless router right behind the television at 5 gigahertz, doing Bluetooth, like everything. I mean, it took an adjustment period is the best way I can explain it, where I just kind of compensated for the lag. So it took me about a day or two to get used to that. And then I played for like a solid week where that's all I did was just cloud game. And it was, it was playable. It was enjoyable, but it is not going to be a replacement for your console. It just simply will not be. Not in this current iteration. Like, the one big suggestion that I had was to copy what Stadia did. Stadia was doing Wi-Fi Direct with their controllers, which essentially is your controller connects via Wi-Fi directly into the cloud servers. And you're controlling the game directly over Wi-Fi versus you connecting via Bluetooth. And then it has to go over, because again, that just creates another layer of latency that's there. And sure, it might be milliseconds or whatever, but every millisecond counts when it comes to that, because you want it to be in that 95 percentile of latency, right? So, it works. And the whole point of it is giving you another option on where to play. And like you said, Danny, you have the Samsung TV. I have the Samsung TV. It's identical to that. UI, everything is identical to the way you would play it on the Samsung TV right now as well. So there's no real change there. It's just another way to get people to be able to play games. And with it being on a Fire Stick, a lot of people already have a Fire Stick in their homes. Connect the controller via Bluetooth and you're on your way. And it doesn't just have to be an Xbox controller. You can use a DualSense on it. You can use that Amazon controller as well. Anything that controller is Bluetooth enabled, you can connect and play on cloud gaming.
Yeah.
Is this that Keystone technology that they were talking about many years ago?
I don't know. I didn't ask. So I don't know. I don't know if it's essentially that, but for all intents and purposes, this is replacing Keystone and it makes sense. Right. Because, it was so funny. I had even said this when the Keystone thing came out. I was like, man, they'd be better off just putting this on the Amazon Fire Stick or like Apple TV or something because people already have those. And then sure enough, like I think the next day they announced the partnership with Amazon. So,
but you know what, Paris? You mentioned that years ago. I think I have a recording on that. Yeah. It was like during the Foreskew era. It was like around that time.
Yeah. Can you play this on on a Fire Cube? Because I have a Cube in my living room, and I use that with a Wi-Fi or with a wired connection, which I think would probably make it a little bit better.
See, Danny. Now, Danny, I always give you grief for stuff like this, but now I have to give it to Pete.
Okay.
I literally just said 2 minutes ago you can only do it on the Fire Stick 4K and 4K Max. I literally just said that, but he don't listen. None of y'all listen to me. Y'all don't listen.
I thought that maybe you omitted it, like you omitted Valorant in the last conversation.
Don't you what about is
I'm a what about you?
I said.
No, I'm gonna pick apart what you didn't say.
No, you can't yet. But to what Danny was saying, I would imagine at some point they get this on more hardware. It may have just been a thing of obviously the testing and the optimization. All right, let's go with these on the first rollout to launch it, and then let's continue to optimize on the other devices as they move forward. Because essentially all it is you're just putting an app. You're just downloading the app on there and you're just playing it. And just like with Samsung, initially, I guess at the time it was the 2022 televisions, and then since then they've rolled it out to older models after that. So I would imagine it would probably be similar. And to your point about wired, you can get the wired adapter for the Fire Stick if you want to go wired as well. I've personally not done that, but I know that is possible as well. So again, that's going to help with latency too, because you're doing a wired connection versus Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the majority of people are not going to do that.
No, exactly. Most people aren't going to do it. And that's why I didn't even want to try and test it that way, because I wanted to test it the way that 95% of the people are going to use it. They're going to do it wireless. They're not going to bother getting a wired connection.
Yeah. I was going to mention, Paris, can you do the NVIDIA GeForce Now through that Fire Stick, no? Or not yet?
Good question, because okay. So this is the other thing. The version that I had, Xbox had already preloaded it on there, and it was like a press profile. So I have not tried anything else except what they gave me. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you can put GeForce Now on there. Pretty sure you can. And to the point of that, like all the testing I was doing during the week was I was hopping on the Samsung TV, I was hopping on the PC browser, and I was testing GeForce Now to compare it. GeForce Now is vastly superior to Xbox Cloud Gaming. I was talking about that when I was on Kind of Funny, and you can do 4K 60 on there. The fact that it's coming off using NVIDIA's, obviously, what is it, like the equivalent of a 4080 GPU. It does DLSS, it does HDR. There's a lot of things that GeForce Now does right now that Xbox Cloud Gaming just simply does not do. So there's a lot of catch up they're going to need to do in that. And the most important thing, the latency is noticeable, like being better on GeForce Now than it is on Cloud Gaming. Just is.
Do you prefer? Have you only played like single player games, or you tried multiplayer games?
No, I've tried everything. Like everything? I was everything. I wanted to make sure that, like I was playing. Like I'm glad you brought that up. Like as an example, I was playing Halo Infinite multiplayer on Cloud Gaming. It's just okay. I played X Defiant on both. Vastly different on GeForce Now. It's from a multiplayer standpoint, but just anything that I'm playing, like Starfield is something that I was playing on both. The latency comparison on Starfield on cloud gaming to playing, and Fallout 76, that was another one, to what I was playing on GeForce Now. It's just night and day. It's just better.
Yeah, because usually when I always try like xCloud or GeForce Now, I always try like maybe like a game like Cyberpunk, stuff like that, and it looks great. It's single player, of course, but but multiplayer, it's a little tricky, man. It's a little tricky, So, any other questions, Pete? You good?
All good.
All good.
Wait, did I said X Defiant? I meant Fortnite. Sorry, I screwed that up. Sorry. I
was
like, wait, no, I didn't play X Defiant. It was Fortnite.
It's all good. It's all good. I think we should wrap it up. I think we're good with these topics, and I know in the future we have a couple things coming up that I'm planning to post on the show. One is the Star Wars art loss impressions and interviews and all that stuff. Soon.
When? What's the date?
Don't worry about it. Soon. You should ask. You know what? You should go to Disney and ask Mickey Mouse in person. Like, hey, when is it? When is it?
Okay.
Probably Mickey. Maybe Mickey will say no. He can't say anything. He probably will do that. He's like, he had enough of Paris. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna go straight to the after show for a little bit here. And until next time, we're out. Peace. Hey, that was fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was
fun. We're in the after show now, right?
We're after show. Yep, the real after show.
The real Game Awards is the dumbest, griftiest thing that I've ever seen. It just is. And we know Craig. I've known Craig for years, and I'm not trying to say this to well, I can curse on the after show. I'm not trying to say this to shit talk him. What I will say, and I'm being dead serious when I say this.
Yeah.
If you want to do the real Game Awards, do the real Game Awards. I get it. But the video that he put out, you're approaching this, number one, in a negative nature. Like, game developers hate you, blah blah blah. We rally together. It's just you're trying to rile people up to get them to want to be a part of this, instead of presenting a message like, hey, we've seen other Game Awards shows out there. We want to be able to do our own. Here's what we would like to do. We want to empower you, the gamer, to have more say in this show, blah 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 blah. Do it that way. Okay, do that, number one. Then the $30 thing. I mean, the way that you're presenting it, sorry, don't agree with that. You should not be gatekeeping the voting process behind a paywall. That's ridiculous to me. This is what I think they should do. If you want to do it, okay, fine. And you don't want corporate sponsorships, totally get that. On board with that, fine. There's other ways to get people to basically donate to it, right? Versus you making it vote, because the vote should be, if it's truly for gamers, right? If you want the entire community voting on this, it has to be free. You have to open it up to everybody. Like, here are the categories that we have. Everybody gets to vote. Why are you limiting it to people that give you money to be able to vote? Don't agree with that at all.
Yeah,
and then the other part on that is, okay, like I said, you're trying to charge money for it. You say you want to do the venue for it, all that. Where's the business plan? You've yet to explain to anyone how you are planning this out, where the money is going, anything. You're just literally on camera talking. I see nothing that's pen to paper explaining it. Like we always joke around, like, I got to get the PowerPoint presentation and explain it. Where is it? Where is that? And that's being real. If you want me to give you money, I need to know where the money's going. And look, we obviously saw the scandal with the completionists. So no, after that, you need to show me where it's going. Because who's to say, like, I think the last time I even saw someone post something, he had almost 300 people give him money for that, right? So 300 times 3 is, what is that? Is that 900 bucks?
Times 3, 30. Is that 30?
I mean, 30. Isn't that 900 bucks or something? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm bad at math. Anyways, the point I'm making on that is, I think it's 9,000. It's 9,000. Anyways, you already got that money in your pocket. If you don't do the show, Where's the money go? You refunding everybody?
Here's another thing you haven't brought up, Paris. You know, if you have a Patreon and you haven't updated your Patreon and you have people subscribe to your Patreon, why do you think people are going to sign up for this if you haven't even updated your Patreon for years? You know, like it's irresponsible in my opinion. You know, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't like, see, this is what I don't like. Because, you know, we've been doing this, again, because I'm talking about Stuttering Craig. You can go look him up, Screw Attack, whatever. We've been doing this as long as he has. And I'm not saying we've ever been like friends or anything like that, because we definitely have not been. But to now all of a sudden say that you can think whatever you want about gaming media and all that kind of stuff, but you try to make it a us versus them thing. I don't like that energy that you're putting out there, because there's bad actors in everything. There's always going to be. But we know the vast majority of people that do this have good intentions of what they do. They just do. But you paint this picture of everybody's the bad guy against us for whatever reasons. And because of that, give me money so I can create my own show with no plan. Because like I said, what's the plan? How are you presenting the show? Who's hosting it? Where's the location for it? I get, because I've been nosy. I've been paying attention to this because it fascinates me. He said this year they want to do a digital show. Fine. But next year you want to have an actual venue. Where's it going to be at? Is it going to be in a central location so that people have to travel to it? Like, is it in Los Angeles? Is it in Texas? Are you doing it in freaking Lake Minnetonka? Where is it going to be? You know what I mean? Tell me where it is, this physical location. Like he joked around, we'll just do it in the Buffalo Wild Wings, stuff like that, right? Because obviously they want it to just be money donated by the community. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But who's hosting it? Are you paying for travel to the people? How are the categories happening? I guess that's all part of the voting process. That's why I joked about what I said during the show about the category, about best gaming subscription or whatever. Like all that. Not to mention, okay, you're doing an award show. Like, you know, we were at DICE this year, and that's an award show, like, for the industry. Is it similar to DICE? Are you getting game trade? Like, Keely's show is so popular because Keely gets all these companies globally to premiere stuff there, right? As far as trailers go and announcements and things like that. And then you pepper in the awards and they come up and do all that. Whereas DICE is more industry focused. You know, obviously Khalif with the Spawnies, what he does. Obviously, we've been a part of that. We love that and we support him. Is it similar to that? Like, are you having musical acts? Are you having people like, what's the plan? You can't just say, hey, game journalism bad. We're going to do our own show. Give me money. And then you don't explain what the hell the show is. That's what I'm saying. And I know I'm kind of being an ass as I'm saying all this, but I'm saying it that way because I feel like it comes off so disingenuous. And trust me, I've been nosy as hell. I've been reading the comments online. People are just cooking his ass over this stuff. And then there's that defiance of, well, I know I'm going to get negativity, but we're doing this for the people and blah, 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 blah.
Who's the people?
That's what I'm saying. Who the hell is the people?
Who's the people?
That's what I want to know.
You know what's insane? Because I didn't, I've been busy. So, I saw the tweet and I'm like, what the hell is this? Weird Game Awards. I looked at it. And I saw a video, him highlighting the judges of the Game Awards, and I see our logo, a bunch of other people that we know too, and I'm like, wait a minute, that we're part of the elite too? What the heck is this thing?
And I was trying to leave that part out because I saw it because I don't want to make it because
no, I'm not.
Yeah, what you want about us?
Yeah,
but to your point, that's what I mean. It's like, you're talking on stuff that you clearly don't even understand how it works. And that's the other thing. Like, look, you can think whatever you want of Jeff or whatever, but the broad scope of people that he includes within the judges is very fair. You have some of the quote unquote elites, and then you got the smaller people like us that are part of that process of the judges. And all that is to set, here are the games that are going to be a part of the categories that everybody gets to vote on. Mm-hmm. And he's acting like that's gatekeeping somehow. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
And look,
shifting the gate from one place to another.
Yeah. Like I said, I take Keely out of it. I look at what Khalif does. Khalif obviously hustles, gets sponsorships and whatever. Like one I can think on top of my head, Elgato helped sponsor the Spawnies this year. Elgato didn't tell him who he could have on the show or how to do it or whatever. They just wanted to support it. So when I hear, well, if you get any corporate sponsorship now, it's just a marketing event, I think that's kind of BS too. But fair. Hey, you don't want to take money from an Elgato or something, or whatever, to sponsor the show, that's fine. If you want to be completely community funded, that's fine. I just think there's a better way to have it community funded, is my point. I don't think the only people that get to vote are the people that give you money. That's my issue with it. There's another way to message that, to get support, to fund it, but still open it up to everybody gets to vote, so you have a true indication of who people want to win a certain category or whatever, because you're allowing everybody to vote. That's probably my biggest thing out of all of it.
But here's another thing, Paris, you ever brought up. There's going to be companies that probably will get nominated that doesn't want to be part of this at all.
Well, yeah.
That's another thing too. Like, because the way the messaging, and I'm not going to get into it, is very, very negative. A lot of studios, indie and AAA studios, are not, they don't want to be part of this at all. So are you still going to do it? Like, okay, let's say a company wins that doesn't want to be part of it. What are you going to do with the trophy? Are you going to keep it to yourself? Are you going to what is it you're going to do? Because now people have been paying. You get what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be communication when it comes to that part too. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Very curious. And did he mention the date yet or no? There's no date.
This is my point again. There's no dates. There's nothing.
Nothing.
It's like it's just, we're just in the gimme money phase, but there's no plan. There's not like, hey, November 15th, 2024, we're doing our digital award show. Make sure you tune in at 8:00 on Twitch or YouTube or Rumble or wherever the hell he's going to do it. Right?
Yeah.
You're not even saying that, because, like, look, I can understand right now. And again, I just wanted to let everybody know I'm freaking fascinated by this, because it just seems so scammy to me. So that's why I'm fascinated. I can understand you saying, hey, this year, November 15th, we're doing an all digital show on Rumble.
Sure.
Next November is going to be the in-person event. It's going to be in Budapest, and we're going to fly everybody in, and we're going to have capes, and we're going to wear hats and canes and everything. Like, I could see if he was laying out, here's the roadmap of what we're doing, right? Here's my long-term plan, and here's the goal I need to get to be able to fund this. So we're starting this now because we know it's going to take time to get it community funded. So this year it's going to be all digital. We're not going to need your donations this year, but we need to start it now so that we can properly fund it in 2025 to do this right. Here are the various categories we're going to do. Here's the panel of judges that we're going to have. We're looking to have this person host. Here's the type of awards we want to hand out. If we could get the award winners to come in person, we would love that. If they just want to do a video, like, there's a way to do it. Like, I'm literally saying this all off the top of my head, and he said none of this shit. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? It's like, all I saw was angry video. Not even angry, but it was very... What's the word I'm looking for? It was, because hate's even the strong word, but it was
me versus them video.
Yeah, it was the us versus them video. Yeah. And give me money. That's all I really saw.
Zero planning.
And zero planning. And then any pushback on it is, oh, you're just a part of the elite that's angry and upset that you're
woke. You're part of the gaming woke.
Yeah, we want to take it back, and that's BS too. Because here's the truth of the matter. Look, I'll never go on the show. I just want to be clear on that. But I would love to have the conversation with him. I would love to have the conversation with him. It don't have to be on camera. It don't need to be a spectacle. But I would love to understand why you think charging people to vote makes sense.
Why that makes it any better.
Everything I just said right now is what I would ask him.
Yeah. Now, usually when there's award shows, they'll charge for people that want to be part of the nomination process. Like, that's a normal thing, because I've seen that in multiple industries. And I think it's like that too with DICE. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's like that. But it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. But charging the fans to vote, that's a little bit strange. And here's the thing. I've done events in the past. P and I, we used to do a lot of gaming events back in the early days of GTR. That shit is not easy. It's not easy. It's stressful.
Yes.
It costs a lot of money. And when we done the events, it was in person. We had multiple venues at different locations in New York and in Miami. That thing is not easy. Not easy. The stories that we have behind the scenes, it was crazy. So but we never charge the fans attending the event. It was like, yo, a venue might cost $10,000 to $15,000 just to have it for a couple hours. How the hell are we gonna get that money if we're not charging the fans? We have to work it out with the venue and maybe a sponsorship. Like that's a normal thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
see,
at least we broke it down and mentioned that to the fans that were attending. Like the people travel from around around the country and even from Canada and other places. They went, but they felt comfortable to buy the flights and the hotels and all this stuff because we had that communication. So if there is no communication, why do you think people are gonna still register and pay $30? You know, because here's the thing: you're charging $30 to vote, but let's say you have a venue. Are you going to charge again for those that are going to attend the event too in person too? Like, how's that going to work?
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
So one other part about this, again, this like I said, I'm just fascinated with the voting part of it.
Sure.
Because he's mentioned the goal is to get to like 1,000 people to vote, right? So okay. Or 1,000 people to donate the $30. So that means 1,000 people are voting. So your real game awards is being decided by 1,000 people out of millions of people that potentially could vote on this. How does that make sense?
What are their credentials? What do they what experience do they bring outside of a $30 $30 extra in their pocket?
Because think about it. Keeley opens it up to the entire world. Everybody can vote. Khalif opens it up to the entire world. Everybody can vote. Your choice if you want to vote or not, obviously, but you have the option. So when the award is handed out, if you didn't vote, you can't be mad. Whereas this one, and look, we already know what this is, but this one, okay, you know, best grifter of the year, Dreamcast guy, you know, I'll be mad because I didn't get to vote. Right?
And here's the thing: who's part of the board? Who's part of the board?
Oh, have you? Oh, you haven't. Oh, I've seen that.
Now, how's that gonna work? How's that gonna work? You know, like, is there an agenda? You know, that everybody has to be on the same page about that. You know, like
there's an agenda, 1,000%.
You get what I'm saying? Like that part doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like video game 2025 project.
Project 2025. Look it up. Look it up.
Same concept. Same concept.
Yeah.
Only going to put the people that we want or the people that pay $30 to get it. To have
Man, I don't know, bro. Look. Look. People could make award shows and vote if they want, register. And I get it. Like, you know, people are gonna do their own thing. We did our own thing with our event. It was, you know, GTR fans, and we had people from the community that came from everywhere. Like, I get it. But the main thing is you just have to be real with the people. Like, if you're gonna charge, tell them why it is worth paying $30, not just saying
that.
we're real, pay us, and you're gonna be part of the award show. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Let's say he gets the 30,000, right? Let's say he gets the $30,000 for 1,000 people dropping 30 bones or whatever.
Yeah.
What happens if the show doesn't happen? What's the repercussions? Who's going to hold him accountable?
That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, where's the
You know,
accountability on that?
Yeah.
You know, where's
like you said, where's the plan? Where's your strategic plan?
Firefest.
That's basically what it is, right? Show me a Google Sheets, because we know you're not paying for an Excel spreadsheet. You're not paying for an Excel Office 365 license. Show me the Google Sheets with everything planned out and laid out. How you're going to do this? How you're going to pay for the event? Are you going to go out and get paper awards? You're going to print them out on Microsoft Paint. Say congratulations, you won Best Creator.
Or are you gonna give people food? 2 slices of bread and 1 cheese in the middle.
Exactly. Melt with an old tomato slice.
That's what I'm saying again with what Khalif does.
Yeah.
Khalif puts in actual effort with those awards and getting custom controllers and all that.
Yeah.
That costs money to be able to do. So look, I don't know. I just find it. Look, I'm on the website now.
But again, if there's companies that doesn't want to be part of this, and like you said, P in Paris, like, you charge people all that money, and you select, let's say Nintendo, because Nintendo is like the most strict company that I know. they're gonna say, "Yeah, we don't want to be part of it," or they won't say anything. They will just keep it quiet. So you nominated, let's say, I don't know, the latest Zelda game. What are you gonna do if Nintendo doesn't want to be part of this at all, and people voted for that game? What is it you're gonna do? Are you gonna still continue the show? What are you gonna do with this trophy that maybe costs some money to buy? Are you gonna keep it for yourself? Are you gonna give it to the people? Like, what is it you're gonna do? Like, it's a lot of questions, man. Lots of questions. Which I doubt. I doubt he's gonna answer that. But
like I said, I'm on the site right now. I'm not seeing anything saying what's the revenue going towards.
But the awards show is going to happen in early December or possibly January, according to the timeline.
This isn't.
Oh, they're going to compete with the Game Awards?
Yeah.
See, he goes, why is there only annual membership? This is to avoid an influx of people acting in bad faith during the voting period. What's the bad faith? You vote for who you like, right? I don't get it.
It's like bots? You think about bots?
This is not meant to be a money-making venture for everyone. It's real simple. All membership revenue will go towards producing the show, both physical and virtual, venue rental, AV, travel, etc. The reality is these things cost money. We hope to never take any corporate sponsors or hope membership will cover those costs.
Hey, look, man. I hope everything works out because I'm very curious.
But the elite sponsorship, you're listed as a sponsor.
Look,
for a future event.
Let's break this down. Let me tell you what happened. He was sitting in his backyard one day getting high, and he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna create an award show, and you know what? I'm gonna charge everybody $30. I'm gonna raise all kind of money for this, and this is gonna be." And he took a hit, and he was like, "It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be real. Keeping it real."
That's what happened. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that's what happened. And like I said, I just see the comments online. They just, oh my God. Some people are just freaking hilarious.
I want to know who these D-Day Cobra, founder and owner of Geeks and Gamers. Cabrutus is the face of one of the biggest gaming movements in the history. And Mark of the Cyborg, an independent video game analyst. These are the board members of the Real Game Awards.
Well, hey, let's keep it real. He can't have a woman or a black person on there because then it's woke.
Damn.
Am I wrong?
So,
because again, the whole thing was everything's too woke. And again, the sweet baby DEI stupid nonsense, the one dude on there. Think about what their messaging is about and what their agenda is. And look, I'm sure he'll wind up having a woman on there or whatever, but you really think you'll have a bunch of black folks or a transgender person on their board? Hell no.
Nope.
Or a Latino? Or Latino?
Hell no.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Never mind. I'm not going to say anything else. He already
Yeah, it's all good. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just weird.
It's just, look, like I said, until you prove me wrong, it's a freaking grift. It comes off as a grift. It comes off as a scam. It comes off as a way that you're trying to throw 30 grand into your pocket. And then when we get to November 2025, all of a sudden, we didn't get enough support. We're not going to do the award show. And then where's the accountability that you got to give that money back? There is none.
So there's no refunds?
That's what I just went on the site to look to see if there was something that was protecting people's quote unquote investment into this membership that you have. Where's the protection on that? Whereas like, this is going to a third party. Like, again, that's the whole point of Kickstarter and Patreon and GoFundMe and all these things, right? It's like you're not sending it to a third party. It looks like it's going directly to you from everything that I can see.
Wait, so they're not using a third party at all?
I don't see an indication of it on the website is my point. Because I sure as hell ain't about to register and log in. I know that. But I don't see nothing on the outside that says that you can do that.
Oh, my God, bro. It's going to be...
Not to mention, so now I guess because you got to... Again, I don't know the laws 100%.
And no, Rihanna, it's not a 501c because it's not a not for profit. This is absolutely for profit.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, he would have had to file, and he hasn't done it.
Right.
Wait, his subscription goes to his Zelle? Oh my God.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh my God.
Wait, is that for real? Is that for real? No, that can't be real. You can't be real.
Yo, this cat got to go straight.
Oh, wait. She's making a joke. Okay, I'm about to say it.
I'm about to say, this is going straight to his Chime account.
Lord.
No, funny, bro. That is so funny.
Look, all I'm saying on all this, man, I get, and I know I've just taken up the whole after show with this, but I'm just
It's all good. It's all good.
But look, I get it. You want to have an award show. You want to do it from your perspective and your point of view and beliefs. Again, I have no issue with that at all. It's just when you start asking for money and you don't properly explain where the money is going and how it's going to be distributed and used, sorry, the red flags are going to come up. And not to mention, your reputation's not that great. And then because your reputation's not that great, you just blame it on the bad media. It's like,
fake news. Make the Game Awards great again. MTAGA.
Because I've been very fascinated by this whole thing to the point where I've seen some of their other content. This is the other part. Here's the other thing that I have, right? If you're trying to do a gaming, if you want to talk about video games, right? It's supposed to be about gaming. How come every time I see your content, it's always about grums and DEI and woke and this and blah, blah, blah. Where's your review of these games? Where's the review of stuff?
Do you guys play? Do they even play games? Do you just like look? And a lot. We see this with the console war nonsense, right? Like, all they do is complain. Like, there's no like, I love this game. Check out this game that I got to play. I haven't seen that. It's always complaining about something. You know.
And another one because what got me into this was Twitter's hilarious. I saw a tweet that was quote tweeting someone else that was talking about someone was going on the show to talk about it. So then that's why I wanted to watch it, right? And I don't know if you know Nick Calandra. He used to be at The Escapist or whatever, right? That's what took me down this rabbit hole. He was on there because they've been beefing back and forth. So look, I like the tea. I like Messi. So I was like, ooh, let me watch this. But anyway, I'm watching it, and that's what took me down this rabbit hole. And part of what he was saying to Nick was like he was giving Nick grief for accepting review codes because they're like, look, here, let me explain. Yeah. So he was saying, well, why do you take review codes? And Nick's like, well, I need to get the game early so we can get it out on time. And look, Nick was dancing around it, but the truth of the matter is this. You want early access because early access, you can have your game out when the embargo lifts, and that's going to get the most eyeballs on it. This is how it works. We know that. We're not dumb. I'm listening to it the whole time. I go, you won't say it, but we know that's why. But Craig's whole thing was, well, now when you accept a review code, you're at the mercy of what they say you can and can't say and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just listening to this, and I go, this is not true. I cannot tell you, and Danny, you've been doing this even longer than me. There's never been a company that I've taken a review code and said, well, you can't say this or you can't say that. Now they might say, hey, don't spoil this part of the game or something like that. That's reasonable. Of course, you wouldn't want to do that anyway. But no company has ever told us what we can say of our opinion of a game, be it good, bad, or whatever. And then the whole default thing is you won't say anything bad because you don't want to lose your access or whatever, which again, that's nonsense too. You know, we've given bad reviews before. Of course.
You know, like even when I got my first game review, that was Advance Wars for was that the Game Boy Advance, right? When I got it, I had to return it back because at that time there was no digital or anything like that, right? But I never got a letter from Nintendo saying you have to give it a great review. You can't say this, and this is back in the early 2000s, late 90s. Never got that. And even now, with all the reviews I've been getting, even when we go to an event, no company tell us, please give us a great review. Never. Like, I don't know what. You know what? It's the people that don't get the access are the ones that go complaining about that. You know?
Like, look, and this is a whole nother subject, but I do respect Colin and Last Stand Media for what they do. They don't take review codes. They don't do anything. That's fine. They put all their stuff out there. I have a respect for that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But don't sit there and then because you're not doing it, try and say, well, you're doing it, so now your opinion can't be trusted. That's what I don't appreciate about it. Just because I have the opportunity to get early access to something doesn't mean that skews my opinion of said thing. As you already said, there's been plenty of times over the years. If I love something, I love it. If I don't, I don't. Like, people should understand this. I have such a good relationship with Xbox. Why? Because back in the day, I was cooking ass all the time about what I didn't like.
Look it up, the old episodes. Look it up.
It's on record.
It's there. It's on record.
And I've had those conversations with people that you can be critical of something, be negative, so just be respectful. I try to always be respectful, even when I'm being negative about something, because as I've said a million times, they want to hear the bad. They want to know what's wrong so they can go fix it. Like even when we were just talking about Concord earlier, what was I outline? Hey, they need to work on this. They need to work on that. I wasn't like everything was unicorns and rainbows and it's the greatest game ever. No, there's some good in it that I truly enjoy, but I can see the problems that they're going to need to get the feedback on to address. And that's the whole point. You can be critical of something and you know, like I said, be respectful at the same time. It doesn't have to be you got to completely shit on a game just because there's something wrong with it. You know,
it's a different, you know what it is, Paris? It's a different where you could be critical, but you're not one of those like, this is my type of content that I always got to put up something negative about a game, a product, or about the company. Because look, there's content creators that's all they do. They put a scary image, on the thumbnail, right? And the you know, on top it will be the title of like, why everybody's angry at so whatever. Like it's like, why? And look, I get it. That's sometimes a lot of them. That's the only way they will get the clicks, and that's how they will get their ad money and all that stuff. You know. But here's the thing: when you post something like, "Yo, I'm having a good time," it's not gonna get that much attention compared to somebody that's angry. You know, that's negative content.
Negative content is easy, lazy work.
100%.
It's easy. Look, since this is out there, I don't even need to be shy about it. Why do you think the whole Dreamcast guy thing happened with him and I? It was because he took something that because I think it was Tony Polanco and Gene Park were talking about Game Pass and not resubscribing, and I commented on it and said I said a couple things. But then he took half of what I said, because if you just took that part of it, it looks like I was agreeing and being negative about it. And he screenshots it and puts it in a video. So then when we saw him last year, we confronted him about, yo, don't do that. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. And then he goes on to spoil the whole plot of, he purposely plays up that shit because it pays the bills. That's what he said. You heard it. Look. There was a couple other people there that heard it. I didn't even realize that told me it was at Summer Game Fest. And then that obviously blew up into what it was, because he's a classic example of, let me do the laziest thing possible. Let me put up the scary picture with the big font and doom and gloom everything. And it's true. Go to this page.
Is true.
It's true. I'm not making this up.
It's annoying. It's annoying as hell, man. So corny.
You doom and gloom. Like even with this Game Pass thing now, I just saw where Xbox is doomed. It's like, again, this is what he does. You know what I mean? Sure, they raise the price, the tiers. You can talk about it in a critical way that actually makes sense and not say that the freaking world is ending, but you're playing up to your base. You're playing up to the people that want to be riled up, that want to see Xbox fail or PlayStation or whoever. So you play up to that audience because they're going to keep coming back for it. Ooh, man, I can't wait till he say something about that again. And you keep your numbers up. That's all it is.
Yeah. And when there's something, and here's the thing, when there's something positive, they'll come up with something like, I don't like it. I'll give it a 4 out of 10 or something like just to get that attention, because there is no negative content.
Again, let's keep it real again, because I don't think we've actually litigated this on the show. So I'm just going to talk about it because this is our show.
Yeah.
This is what started the whole thing. I'm on Kind of Funny, and we're talking about the Xbox predictions, and I said, hey, I think it's going to be a 9.5, and gave my reasons why, because that's how you should do it. Right? Look, blessing Andy, negative Nancy's. Anyways, they said what they said. I said what I said. And then I tweeted about it, right? I think it's going to be a 9.5. I think I had the clip of the video or whatever it was. He going to quote tweet it and just says, LOL. Ain't going to lie. That annoyed me, because it's like, bro, I don't engage with you at all on anything. You know the conversation we had in person. Why the F are you saying anything to me? Right? So that's why I responded and said what I said. Hey, are you going to clip half of what I said again and then apologize when I see you in person, or whatever I said? And then I don't know if you saw Rand said something too, because again, we all know it's a grift. And then he comments again, being super sarcastic. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing? Well, I'm just going to spill all the tea and just be messy. And that's why I said what I said, because you know what you said to me in person, so don't act like you don't say it when you did. You heard it. Obviously, I heard it. Anonymous other 2 people that are YouTubers heard it. You said it. And nobody was shocked when I said what I said, because that is the reputation that you have. And then, because what did I even say to him? I was like, all I'm saying is leave me out of your videos. In other words, don't talk, leave me out of your nonsense. I ain't got nothing to say. Right?
Yeah.
And then what did he do? He does the most cowardly thing that you can possibly do. I'm just going to curse. He fucking blocks me and then makes a video saying that I'm lying. I thought that was hilarious. So you didn't look, and when you first, I was never going to watch it. I eventually did watch it. And I was looking in the comments. Yo, they was cooking his ass in them comments too, boy, because they were like, dude, he told you to just leave him out of the videos, and then you, like a coward, freaking blocks him and makes a video anyways and tries to say that I was lying. It was like, I have no reason to lie. I don't even give a shit about you if you just keep me out of your stuff. Keep me out of your grift. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I don't do content like that. Anything I say, I believe what I say. You clearly do not, because you said that you didn't. So don't put me in that stuff. That's all I was saying on that. But look, I know I'm being super long-winded. I don't want to drag this out too much. All I'm saying is these grifting dudes on YouTube that are tricking people into money, don't support that stuff. That's all I'm saying. But we know they will.
I know. And look, none of them are going to go to events or anything like that. They're always going to stay home and post all this type of content, because that's the only thing they could do, because they don't go to events, they don't have access, all that stuff. They're just going to try to post negative content 24/7. That's the only thing they could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me something positive that they've done that got a lot of views compared to like the negative ones. Please show me, because I'm very curious. Very, very curious about that stuff. But
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I think, look, maybe we just been doing this too long, because it's like my patience on that stuff is just running out. And that's why even I was just bringing up the Stuttering Craig stuff. It's just like, even though I'm not commenting on it in public, I did make one sarcastic tweet. I will admit, I did one. Yeah, but it's just like, bro, really?
Look, man, I have a history of him. I don't care, because that was like a long time ago, you know. But
yeah,
you know, it's just it is sad that this is the type of thing that people will do, because they're not getting the hits, they're not getting the views, and this is the only way they could get attention. You know, look, I'm not saying that I have the biggest following, but I bust my ass. Paris, you too. We don't, and Pete, like, we were not out there just posting negative shit just because we've been doing this so long, and a bunch of the creators probably they have like more views or more thing. But here's the thing, man. I feel like all of us and people that we know that have been doing it for a long time, we're all respected, man. We're just making moves. We're just having a good time and sharing that to the world, man. Because I think it is important to show the good things, man. It's not conspiracy. It's not this whole negative things behind the scenes. Like, yo, man, like, everybody just put in the work, man. Even the people from the studios, they're just doing their job, and they're not forcing people to, like, hey, give us a good review. And never. They're just saying, we got to find people that we trust, that we know they're not going to start leaking stuff if they go to like an event. Like, for example, I think there was an event maybe like a month or two ago that happened. I'm not going to say which one it is, because whatever. And there was a very small group of people that were there. And a lot of them were like, I think it was like their first time at this event. And they told them, hey, don't say anything. We want to surprise the community, you know, that stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
And guess what? What? The next day it got leaked.
Yeah.
The next day, because that's the only thing they could do. Because, I mean, look, when you leak or when you're posting negative stuff, you get a lot of views, you get a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much.
But here's the thing.
It's just too much, bro.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And
yeah.
I remember the person telling me that said, And then that studio said, if this leaks, we'll never do this again.
It's sad, yo.
And then it leaks the next day. It's like, you got to be freaking kidding me. You for your little 2 minutes of notoriety, and you got to do it anonymous under your little anime avatar because you can't say who you really are. You really will lose all your access. For your little 2 minutes of anonymous fame, you're ruining opportunities for everybody else. That's what gets me. It's like, just shut up. It's like, you're in the room. You got the access. Why do you feel the need? Like, I got to leak this out on social media. It's like, come on. Really?
Or tell other journalists like Tom, like, hey, because he doesn't go anywhere. Hey, can you leak this here? This is an exclusive.
Yeah.
You know, like people do that. They do that. You know, like, I don't know, man.
Jeopardize a potential future in video games that was granted to them.
Sure.
Right? By community managers or PR or marketing. They would rather leverage that opportunity given to them. Remember, we all worked to get invitations to you, like Danny getting invited to Star Wars, whatever, right?
Not Paris.
Paris and all his accolades.
Those t-shirts.
You know, myself back in the day when I was more active than I am now because I live out here.
But you guys went to Europe and I didn't go, and I didn't go there like go online and
matter of fact, this is where I got the shirt. I got the shirt in London. Okay.
Where's my shirt? Where's my shirt?
I don't know. Ask
you should have been invited. You should have been invited.
Where your shirt at?
But all of us started there at some point in time, right? We all started as the hungry blogger, the hungry podcaster, the hungry content creator, and worked to get to the point where you get invited to these events and or to receive games. And these people would rather dump that opportunity given to them to give it to a person like Tom or whomever for a quick 15 minutes of fame, and then realize the mistake and the error of their ways. But now they've been blacklisted, or now they can't ever get back into this industry or get back into it.
Yeah. So because I see what Tanya's saying. So yeah, Tanya's going, people really trying to get other folks to post leaks for them. Yeah, they have to, because you can't put your own self out there or do it, or now you're going to lose access. So exactly. That's how insider gaming gets a lot of this stuff. Other people that do get access tells Tom, and then Tom is the face to be able to post it, or they create like a fake profile online and they leak it out that way. Yeah, you can't put your name on it, because you put your name on it, then you're gonna lose access.
Never
you're not
again.
Gonna get it. Yeah.
Yep. Here's the thing. Like I know, and we're gonna wrap it up now in a few minutes. But I remember years ago, I think it was a Mario and Luigi game that came out for the 3DS. Nintendo sent out the review codes and to a bunch of people. There was one, I don't know if it was a journalist or a content creator that got an early access to that game. He leaked the actual ROM of that game online. And that's why Nintendo are being super careful on who to send out codes. Because this was all over the news. Like, this was like years ago. Because of that person. He messed it up for everybody, bro. Everybody, including us and other websites that we know that are like Nintendo fan sites, have been doing it a very long time. They'll now everybody's getting it the day of release, because of the stupid move that this guy made that released the game online to the fans of Nintendo. He fucked it up. Fucked it up. So yeah, if you get access and start doing those type of things, one, you could get big time in trouble, legal trouble, or you're killing it for everybody, because now companies like, you know what, we shouldn't be doing these type of events anymore. Like, for what? Because it's risky. Let's just not have it at all. So I don't know. It's stupid. It's dumb. P is like so sick of it. That's why he left to Europe. He's like, man, I'm done with this. He's like, it's all good. But anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I think I've been messy enough for one Sunday morning.
Yeah, right. It's been a while. So,
I just had to get it all out.
Yeah. Everybody's watching. Remember, register $30 for us.
Wow,
just to watch the show or listen.
Hey, we're $29.99. We're discount.
Oh, damn!
You gotta give us $29.99.
That's a good deal.
That's a good
Best
deal.
value in gaming.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just because I see Tanya in here, I'm going to be at PAX West because I know you're going to be there. So hopefully we can link up and look forward to seeing you.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be in Vegas watching the Nas Illmatic 30th anniversary performance. Pete, when is the show? Oh, in Europe? Is that
Halloween
October?
night. Halloween night.
Damn, that's dope. How close is that? How close is
Wait.
far? What?
Reese going to PAX West?
Yeah, she's going to PAX.
Why
She's
didn't you
going
tell
back.
me this? Why didn't you tell me this?
None of your business.
Whoa!
Stay out
of people's
personal
what?
business.
You said that. You said that. You said that a lot to me, so I have to say it back to you.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
When me and Ree are in PAX West, all I'm gonna do is talk shit about you to Ree the whole time.
You're not
That's
gonna do
all
shit.
I'm gonna do.
You're a coward.
That's all I'm gonna do.
You're not gonna do shit. Not gonna do anything. hey. At least we go to events. We'll go face to face, and say to our faces. It's not like staying at home with behind the screen. Oh, tough. Because I don't do that. I'll go straight to your fucking face.
Whoa, he's dropping F-bombs now?
Yeah, exactly,
Wow.
bro. Don't mess with me.
Wow.
Yeah, New York. Reed knows what I'm talking about. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. New episode, future. Stay tuned. We're out. Bye. Later. Peace.